Hey everybody, Blaise here, and today I want to do a little charcoal demonstration. I want to show you how free and fun you can have with drawing and still have something come out that's looking really cool. I see so often young artists, they get in there, they try to draw, and they're just really working it and chiseling it and trying to get that drawing to look just right. And I want to show you that you can get really loose and have some fun and let a drawing kind of emerge out of the paper. And we're going to do that today with charcoal. Charcoal is a really great medium to do that with. I'm also drawing on newsprint. Newsprint is very cheap. It's not really a paper that you want to do finished pieces that you want to frame, because newsprint is actually very acidic and it falls apart over a period of years. So this is more like practice. This is what I use for my practice drawings, and it's very cheap. You can get piles and piles of it for very little money, and you can have a great time drawing. It takes charcoal very well, and it's fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dive in. And I'm going to show you some of the materials I'm using. So today I'm using a jar of Krita color sepia powder. So it's basically, if you think of pastels or charcoal and you just grind them up into a powder, that's what this is. Because what's neat about this is that allows me to just kind of smear tone on the paper, and then I can use my eraser and pull those tones out and draw with it. And it's going to be really cool. So I'm going to draw a lion today because lions have a big mane, and I think that we can have some fun with this, with the powder, and getting the mane, and really not even worrying about whether or not we're drawing hair. So what I'm doing is I've taken a tissue, and I put a little pile of powder on a paper plate, and I'm taking this tissue, and I'm just going to. And I don't really want to work it too much. Look how we're doing here. It's really, really simple. Look at that. There we go. So I've just kind of gone in and just smeared things around a little bit. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in, and I'm just going to, I've got a little brown Prismacolor here, and I want to come in and just do a little bit of quick sketching. Just a little bit of sketching. And I could do this with a charcoal pencil as well. But I've got a little bit of reference that I'm using of this lion that I photographed in Africa, just kind of sitting here having a little siesta, snoozing away. So I just want to go in and sketch really quick what he looks like. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come in, and I'm going to use my eraser. We're going to pull out the highlights and really get the drawing in. But I wanted to show you firsthand how quickly you can just lay in a little tone. There we go. You know, they sit out, and especially in the middle of the day. You know, lions sleep up to 20 hours a day sometimes. So they'll just sit out there and snooze. Just snooze the day away.
Just so you know, your glasses were in frame. But
there. So now I can take a little kneaded eraser. This is a gum eraser you can pick up at any art store. And this is perfect for this kind of thing. I think I want to give them a little more out here. There we go. So there. So now all I have to do is just go in and I can just start drawing very quickly with my eraser. And we'll start getting this cool effect. This is really great for doing like just little gestures. I'll show you in a little bit. We'll do another one where I can just quickly lay it in. See there? Just slowly, this lion will kind of emerge out of the paper. You just I keep working the eraser, and I keep pinching it, and I can make little lines by creating an edge on the eraser. And I'll also jump around from spot to spot. To make sure that I'm kind of hitting it all in the right way. I don't work on any one spot for too long. Look at that. We got a lion popping out of here. And it creates this sense of light. But you can see how loose we start. We just dive in and then start pulling that image out right out of this blob of charcoal. And I can draw with it, like I said, get these edges and get these bits of hair. There we go. Look how quickly we've done this. We've only been at this just a little bit. I'm going to pull out the teeth just a touch. Maybe pull out a little bit of lighter color on that chin. There, you can see that lion just kind of emerging out of here. And you've already got all the tone in there. There. Look at that. Soften up some of the edges by touching it up there. And now I can go in with my darker Prismacolor pencil here. I can hit some of these dark areas. So now I just want to come in and be careful not to, I want to be careful not to get my hand smudged too much in here. But I can come in now and gently put in some darks. You know, lions have those very dark lips. I can use my little ruler here as a support so I don't smear the drawings. I'm not going totally black on this. I want to hold the values kind of close together, so that's why I'm going with a dark brown. I just like the look of that a little bit better. There we go. Got a few of the whiskers in here, or the whisker holes. The dark marks where the whiskers are. I can erase out some of the whiskers. There. You can see we can go very, very kind of quickly with this. This is great for just getting sketches in. You know, you want to do a sketch really quick. And this is a great way to get a somewhat finished looking sketch. Really nice. Yeah, let's do a little bit down in here, keeping it very loose. And just letting that, you know, charcoal kind of define the hair forms, the shapes, you know, when we first smeared it in there. Look at that. See? We got a lion here in just a few minutes. There. That's a lot of fun. I want to come through here now and hit my eraser. Just erase just a little bit more, just to clean it up a little. I'm just going to clean this up. There we go. So let's just draw in a few whiskers there on that side. And then over here, we'll just pull a few out with the eraser. Just a couple. There we go. Just pulling out a few highlights on the hair. Now that you've got, now that we've got it roughed in here, we did with the tissue, we can come in and kind of define areas with it. Define a couple of areas. I want to get that ear kind of defined, so I'm pushing some of the darks behind it. There we go. I'll just get a little more definition here, a little bit on the ear, a little bit more in these hairs. There we go. I'm going to soften up some of these edges. There we go. And there it is. A very quick, smeary kind of drawing, but you can see that you can pull out nice details and end up with a pretty neat little drawing here without having to put in a lot of work. You know, let that charcoal do a lot of the work for you. Then you can go in and, like I said, do a quick little sketch. And then you can pull out your highlights and your shadows and all that kind of stuff with your eraser, drawing with your eraser. You guys have seen me do this before, but I wanted you to see how you can just sit down and in a matter of minutes have a pretty decent little sketch. Then you can move on and do another one. So there you go. So go out, put some beauty back into the world, try doing some charcoal, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks.